Welcome back to another weekly upload. In today's video, I want to talk about multi-ECU scan. Multi-ECU scan is probably one of the most helpful tools you can have when it comes to any DIY project with an Alfa Romeo. And I've really been wanting to release this video since I did the Stelvio oil change. So without further ado, let's get into it. With multi-ECU scan, you can actually do a lot of really cool things, such as clear your oil maintenance light. You can add paddle shifters. You can add race mode. You can data log. You can look at like your battery's health, which if you know anything about these Alfa Romeos, you know that the electronics on these cars are super sensitive. So making sure that you have a good battery is very important. And these are all reasons why I think that multi-ECU scan is definitely a must-have for any Alfa Romeo owner. Now, the absolute biggest reason why I think you should get multi-ECU scan is because you can use it to clear and read codes. So I've actually had to take this car to the dealership before I had multi-ECU scan because I did a brake job on it and I didn't know that you needed to disconnect the battery prior to doing that brake job, and I ended up tripping out the brake system. And what ended up happening was the front right caliper was only working and the rear left caliper was only working. So it shut off like power to one bank of the electric system with the brakes or something. I don't know. That's what the dealer told me. I'm not really sure exactly what happened, but I would hit the brake and the car would act really terrible. And I ended up fixing it with a $300 and something dealer visit. So after that, I was like, I have to get multi ECU scan, and it saved me again. It paid for itself already with Sierra's car. I would have had to take her car is a Stelvio. Sorry, I probably should have mentioned that in one of my other videos. The brown Stelvio is my girlfriend Sierra's car, but it's already paid for itself with hers. We When I was stealing her paddles to put them in this car because her car came with the paddles and mine didn't, and I wanted them. She never used them. Whatever. That's where my paddles came from. But when I took the paddles out of her car, I didn't disconnect the battery on that either, and I tripped the airbag light, which can only be cleared by a dealer unless you have multi ECU scan. So I lucked out and I was able to log right in, clear the code, and the light was gone. We haven't had an issue since. And right there, it saved me $300. Now, with all that being said, let me show you what you actually need to install multi ECU scan on your computer and be able to have it communicate with your Alfa Romeo. So, the first thing you're going to need is just a little ELM 327 cable. This is going to plug into your or your USB on your computer, and then this end will go to your OBD on your car, obviously. And then you're also going to need these. I don't know if you can see them, but all these different cables. You really only need the blue and the gray one. I ordered these off of Amazon, and I will link all this stuff down in the description so that way you make sure you're getting the right thing. Now, this cable, unfortunately, has been replaced, and they do not make it anymore. I was able to find, before I made this video, I looked at Alfissimo's website, and they make honestly, a way better version of this cable. So I will link that down there so you guys make sure you guys are getting a uh, quality product. So additionally to the cables, you're actually going to also need a laptop, obviously. Don't be like me and install this on your desktop. I made that mistake and I can't data log or anything like that. And whenever I do an oil change and need to reset the maintenance light, I literally have to unplug my entire desktop and bring it down here to the garage, and it's just a whole hassle. So if I were to do it over again, I would buy it on a laptop and not a desktop. Additionally to a computer, you are going to need a SGW Bypass. So I believe some of the Alfa Romeos don't need it, like the very early ones, like I think the 2017s. But if your build date is from 01 2018, I believe the cutoff is. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the cutoff. And you'll know by the sticker on the inside of your door. I'll show you that here in just a second. But you'll need an SGW bypass if your car is built after January 1st, 2018. And you can get that bypass from either Alfissimo or Eurocompulsion. I ordered both the bypass for the Giulia and for the Stelvio from Eurocompulsion just because they are awesome to deal with, and I love just shooting them in the business whenever I get the opportunity. So that's where I got mine. I will put a link down in the description for the Eurocompulsion one. And where you will actually see your cutoff is, let's see here, it should be on this sticker here. Yep, date of manufacture, we're looking at 220. So if this sticker right here says 0118 or anything after, you 100% need that SGW bypass. So if you have to install that SGW bypass like I did on the Giulia and the Stelvio, I will say on the Giulia they aren't too bad. They are kind of a pain, but they are a lot better than they are on the Stelvio. What I did was I took this lower piece of the column off and I took this piece out right here, and I was able to go up through this and kind of wiggle my way up through there and be able to unplug and hook up the SGW bypass. I know there are some other content creators on here that have really good videos like Alpha Mods and Modded Motors. So be sure to check out their content. They've done a full overview of the multi-ECU scan as well. So they make great videos. Check them out. And if you have a Stelvio, I'm going to go ahead right now and just say I am so sorry for you. Uh, Me and Sierra literally sat in her Stelvio for, I gotta say, probably 2 hours fighting with her plug for her SGW bypass. And we actually, to get to hers, the Stelvios are located back here, back behind the instrument cluster. So this has got to come out. And if you've never taken out one of those instrument clusters before, those clips are no joke. I don't know what they use to hold those freaking things in, but those suckers are in there. So um, it is. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's a pain in the butt to do on the Stelvio, but it'll save you hundreds of dollars in dealer visits in the future. And like I said, there's so many cool features you can do with multi ECU scan. So even though it is a pain, I would do it over again. It's 100% worth it. So for the next part of the video, we are actually going to head inside and jump into multi-ECU scan on the computer so you guys can get an idea of the actual layout and see some of the really cool features. Alrighty, so we are in the desktop here. Let me go ahead and fire up multi-ECU scan so we can get a feel for it. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like as soon as you open up the software. As you can see here, we've got some different manufacturers. The top one's going to be Alfa Romeo. Obviously, that's what we are worried about. So you go over here to the models, and you've got the Giulia, like I've got, the 2-liter. You've got a QV. You've got a bunch of different models that they have overseas. And here's a Stelvio. So if you've got a Stelvio, you'll click on these. If you've got a 2-liter, you'll click here. If you've got a QV, you'll click on this one. Um, or a Tenali, even down here as well. So I'm going to go back up here to the Giulia. Let's see, Giulia 2.0. Okay. So now down here, you're going to see all the different systems. So you're going to see engine, ABS, airbag, and so on. This is going to be how you connect to your engine and read like your DTCs and errors and all that good stuff, and also data log. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show you that because the desktop is upstairs and not down in the garage connected to the car. So I can't connect. But if you were to want to data log or anything like that, what you would do is you'd come over here and you'd hit connect. It's going to say connection failed because obviously it's not hooked up. But that's what you would do, and it would bring you to another screen that would show you like the data graphs and all that good stuff. When I bugged Sierra's Stelvio, taking the paddles out of it and triggered the airbag light, I had to come down here to the airbag tab and then connect through here and go and actually read the codes. And I'll try and insert a picture if I still have it of when I did that. Okay, so moving on, you've got the, you know, a bunch of different systems here, like the electric steering. You've got the gearbox. I haven't messed around with these too much, but I have done the body and the service I've messed around with. So the body is going to be how you do like all your proxy alignments and all that stuff. You're going to want to do a proxy alignment whenever you really do anything to the car. Like what a proxy alignment does is it helps keeps all the modules in communication with each other without issues. So if you're adding paddles or you're adding sport mode or race mode or anything like that, you're going to want to do a proxy alignment just to get those modules all resynced up. It's good to do on occasion. It's a really good habit to be in to do this, once every 6 months or whatever. Even if you haven't done anything, just to, like I said, just to keep all the modules talking. Um, and also, so through this, like if I were to do this proxy alignment and then hit connect, it would also bring me to another screen where you would do those changes, like adding race mode or paddle shifters or whatever. You would see those through that tab right there. And then another huge thing is this service interval reset. This is where you're going to do all your service maintenance resets. You're going to be doing your oil light and stuff like that through there. Now, I know there's some other videos on here of like people trying to do resets of the oil maintenance light through like the accelerator pedal and stuff like that. And I don't know if that works on maybe like the very first year cars, like the 17s, but I know from personal experience that that does not work on a 2019 Stelvio or a 2020 Giulia. I've literally tried almost every video out there and none of them work. So if you want to reset that oil light, you're probably going to have to end up getting multi-ECU scan, which, like I said before, this software has paid for itself. So I definitely recommend it. It's kept my cars out of the dealership. And what I have here is the paid version. I know there's a free version of multi-ECU scan, but the paid version is only $50. And from my understanding, you can do way more. Like I knew in the future, I may end up switching to like the newer style headlights on my Giulia or on the Stelvio. And I know to do that, you have to have the full version. And don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure to do the race mode and stuff, I think you do need the full version. So, like I said, it's only $50. Might as well go ahead and get it so you've got options and you can do literally everything you ever need. And to actually get the paid version, what you're going to do is go onto Alfissimo's website. They've got like if you go through there, and I'll link everything down there too, so it's a little bit easier to find. But they've got an actual section where you can purchase the software, and then they will email you over in 24 to 48 hours a code, and then you put that code in here on multi-ECU scan, and that'll unlock your full version. So it's super simple, and it's also, it'll tell you in the description of that multi-ECU software on Alfissimo's site. So just read through that and you'll have everything you need. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. As always, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week with an awesome video.